Gambler Jack, Chapter 12. The Truth. The charged battle had closed with Jack's dramatic upset of a victory. Putting aside Jack's words for the moment, one took a moment to appreciate the relief he felt from Jack's win. Conversely, Enrique sat stunned, head in his hands. Hal stared blankly at the cards. Her eyes were wide, disbelieving. No way. How? Did you... 4 kings? That should be my hand. Hearing this, Enrique began to object violently. Jack had cheated, he insisted. The match was a wash. No, that Jack had lost for breaking the rules. Give it up, Don Enrique, one said. If you think so, then how about you show us, huh? Show us exactly what it is Jack did. One stood resolutely, arms crossed. Cheating's fine as long as you're not caught, he recited. It was a core rule of the match, and Enrique knew it. There was nothing he could say back that could lay bare the trick. He started to pick over every single thing that Jack had done. Impossible. Jack denied it all with a single word. This is a technique that King used 7 years ago now. I didn't know it at the time, so there's no way Mr. Enrique could. Jack's gaze moved to Hal. To make me win, and to keep you safe, Hal, King used this very trick. Truly a trick worthy of a king. Head bowed, he continued. I never understood. If he had a great trick like this up his sleeve, then what on earth would make King do something dumb like throw away a match? I hated King for that, you know. Hell, I've spent these 7 years consoling myself by drowning in brews. Jack looked up, eyes bright. But yesterday, I finally understood. That invitation of yours, Hal? The moment I saw Mr. Enrique's name on it, everything connected in my head. It was that day 7 years ago, right around there. Hal, here, King's daughter. She was in bed struck with an unknown disease. Jack's words had Hal like a fish on the hook. So what if I was? That isn't any kind of answer at all. Jack continued on, ignoring her. Around 7 years ago, around then, I'd heard a certain rumor about Mr. Enrique. Word was, he'd gotten his hands on some kind of special poison. It was something like that anyway. Perhaps some other people had heard this rumor too, for a wave of whispers ran through the crowd. Enrique just stared at the ground, biting his lip. Hal suffering from an unknown disease. The rumors around Mr. Enrique at the time, and lastly, King, and the way he chose to lose to me on purpose. The only thing that links these 3 together is one simple truth. One leapt to his feet. Fury writ all over his features. He began screaming at Enrique. You! 7 years ago! You poisoned this girl! And then you threatened King with it! Gambler Jack, Chapter 12, End.